I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and that care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
There we go.
There we go.
Are we there now?
I think that's right.
Are we?
Well,
Yeah.
it looks like it's coming through.
How are we now? Do we have sound? Actually, you guys might like it better if there wasn't the sound. I've often said that. Can anybody out there in chat land let us know, if you would, please? Sorry about that. We had a little bit of a snafu, but we are back here. So if you could let us know if we do have sound. And that one, a kill from the Cyclones, a Tom Conklin State Farm kill. Thank you. As we have sound now, we hope the loss of sound and or picture didn't affect your viewing pleasure. Serve off of Ava Anderson, a Brett Powell Country Financial ace as the Cyclones try to fight their way back in here. And John, that's what they're going to have to do. Going to have to fight and claw just 1 point at a time, get themselves back in here.
Yeah, they dug a little bit of a hole for themselves against this Red Storm team that, like I said, can get the momentum going quickly. So West Prairie's got to take it 1 point at a time to get back into this one.
And Mills, kind of the wee, wee, wee. Little bit of a missed time there. So the Cyclones back within 10-6. They've scored 3 points pretty quick. Serve, screaming line drive off Ava Anderson. Cameron will come to bump it up to Penn on the outside. And catches there. Petty over for Dunn. And brought up in the back row by Reese Murray. Loaded up for Penn again. That is a Tom Conklin State Farm kill. 11-6, the Red Storm lead it here. A hat brand built on two staples, comfort and style, specializing in snapback trucker style caps. Check out the selection or consider customs as the ball goes out of bounds. To build your business at BarclayBillsCo.com. Don't let the hat rack fool you. There's always room for one more hat. BarclayBillsCo.com, wishing good luck to all area athletes this season. Abby Starbuck to serve off a pin. Cameron Anderson going to help it out. Murray bumps it through. 11-7, Red Storm with the lead. load up in the middle, and that one miss hit off the hands of number 14, Willow Lewis. As Abby Starbuck will let it go again, lead down to 3, 11-8. Now bringing across off a pin, set high to the outside pin. Yep, it did not get across. Down and good anyway. And so the Cyclones, John, really showing some fight here, and are back within 2.
Yeah, Cyclones doing a good job, as we mentioned, taking this 1 point at a time to get the game back into their hands. They've cut down on some of the simple mistakes they were making in the beginning of this set, and they're closing the gap on United quickly.
Well, just as we say that, nice job by Penn to knock that out of, or hit that in. And substitution, Alexa Anderson will come in along with J.C. Haston for the Red Storm. As Alexa Anderson will serves it up to Moore. Set up for West Prairie. Ava Anderson with the save. And couldn't quite control it for a 12-10. Side out to West Prairie. Janelle Heaton in. Mason Shipman out. Heaton will slap dribble it. Fires backer off pin. To the outside, loaded up for Haston. Off the net, Kitch tries the one-hander, can't get it. And it makes it 13-10. Kennedy Webster in, Heaton goes out. Coming back in on the front row, Delaney Burns replacing Murray. So let's give you a lineup check real quick. It is Elena Penn, Ava Anderson, the libero. As serve comes through, nice line drive serve. Kitch takes. Dunn pops it back up to her. She'll hit it and gets into the hands of J.C. Haston along with Lewis. Could not control it. Drops in, makes it 13-11. Red Storm continuing to hang tight in this one, or Cyclones hanging tight in this one. Serve across off a pin. Popped up high, and actually that is Delaney Burns that brought it through. Petty with it, tips it across. And now set up front. Smacked over by Lewis. West Prairie plays it up to Moore. Back row too long and out of bounds. And the Red Storm pull ahead by 3. Red Storm leading up here by 3, 14-11. Coming back in will be Mills. Serve picked up by Starbuck up to Petty. On the outside it is Kitch. Through the hands of Burns and down, so the Cyclones get it right back. Macomb's original local sports bar as the Sports Corner at 124. With a focus on local sports, catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcasts at Sports Corner at 124, all while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street, Macomb. Lift called on pin, and so the Cyclones within 1 now.
And again, the Cyclones team showing a lot of heart. Could have gave up very easily when United went out to that big lead, but they didn't. And now again, scored down to just a 1 point advantage.
And Mills gets one back, and it seems like every time
every time we talk. Would have been better if we left the stream muted, it sounds like.
There you go. Dropped it in, so a little switching around as coming back in is Cameron Anderson. Also number 20, Ellie Rosine. 15-13, the Red Storm lead it here. Anderson getting the signal from her coach. Serves off of Kitch to Petty, loading Hendricks up in the middle. She'll tip, and Ava Anderson has it for the Red Storm. Up to Mills, who kind of side-saddled that one. Flipped it into the net, and it's 15-14. As Bell Petty ready to let it go off of Anderson, hit over into the bleachers, and we have a tie ball game. Timeout called by the Red Storm. We'll step aside as well. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Located in the heart of Walnut Grove and in business since 1974, Ryden Farm Supply can meet all your needs. Your LP seed, fertilizer, and farm chemicals. Their LP service is unmatched in this area. Customer service is one of their specialties. Give them a call today at 309-772-3121. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH Events, live on the big screens. Join your friends at JoJo's located at 776 North Cole Street, Bushnell, and cheer the Spartans on to victory. Again, some of our fine sponsors here on TSSR Game Time Live, and I'm sorry you didn't get to hear that's the first time, but that happens from time to time, and the Red Storm fans packing in here, as they usually do. 15, go ahead, John.
I was just going to say, I got to say, the Red United teams, I mean, it seems like all of their sports, their fans travel extremely well. It's always nice to see. So we got a packed house here tonight.
Petty serves that one out of bounds, makes it 16-15 Red Storm. Delaney Burns goes back to serve it. Burns from the left side, floater into the middle to Starbuck. Petty going to come up to it. Shipman bumps it through and nearly dropped it in. Burns, nice save. Up for Penn, who will pop it high. Hendricks back set it and went the wrong way with it. The thought was good, but went the wrong way. And now makes it a 17-15. Delaney Burns. Eyes, flies. Sends it over off of Kitch into the net, and that is a Brett Powell Country Financial ace. Not going the home side of things. And Taylor Phelps will come in. Paige Kitch out for West Prairie. As Burns ready to serve. Serve taken by Dunn. Up to Petty. Set in the middle for Hendricks. Hit down and good. Hit it home with the kiss. And now Kitch will come back in at 18-16. Looked like the Red Storm were going to pull away, John, and the Cyclones, since they got back in, they have made it a slugfest.
Yeah, the Cyclones did a nice job closing in on that lead. Haven't been quite able to capture it yet, but looking to do so here as we will see the Brett Powell Country Financial ace there from Paige Kitch. Brings the lead down to only one. It seems like West Prairie just can't quite crack that barrier yet, but they're eyeing to do so here.
Hey, you're taking my job. And that's fine. You do a good job with that. Kitch off Ava Anderson up to Cameron Anderson. Loaded in the middle. Hit through by Rosine. Off of Dunn and Kitch and down. 19-17. Mills goes out as coming in is Willow Lewis. Took him a little bit because they had to jump over the line. Ava Anderson the serve, low line drive. Dunn dives it. Hendricks brings it up, and Dunn bumps it through. Murray's got it for the Red Storm, and Anderson just could not get her back out of the net, and it makes it 19-18. Abby Starbuck back to serve as Natalie Moore and Mason Shipman in there now with West Prairie. Starbuck brings it off of Murray. High in there to Cameron Anderson. Loaded up in the middle, flipped across. And we have a net violation on West Prairie this time, so the lead back out to 2. A couple substitutions. Anderson and Haston in. And I tell you, they're going to wear me out if they keep this up all night.
In and out, in and out.
Line shift, like hockey. Serve back row off of the hands of Kitch and back. 21-18 here, and we've got a timeout called by West Prairie. We'll step aside as well. M&B Furniture, Bushnell's only furniture store, a mainstay in the community, offers free delivery within 40 miles. For everything you need to furnish your home, stop and see the fine folks at M&B Furniture at 41 West Main Street, or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or the web at mnbfurnitureinc.com. You can also call 309-772-2111. McDonough District Hospital and the MDH Rehabilitation Center, with locations in Bushnell, Macomb, provide athletic trainers who give expert help to area student athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring. Having slow, unreliable internet just doesn't cut it in today's world. MTC Communications offers lightning-fast, reliable fiber internet, video camera, and phone system in the McDonough, Henderson, and Hancock County areas, and is expanding quickly. Visit mtc.crowdfiber.com to check your availability. Alexa Anderson will serve it here. We have a plethora of Andersons. As Dunn will bring it through. Murray digs it up 4. Red Storm hit a over by Penn. Starbuck gets it on the floor. Petty a one-hand save. Moore not going to be able to get there. Ups it to 22-18. 4-point advantage now. As the Cyclones try to get a stop here. Serve back row. Starbuck to Petty. Quick set up to Moore. And Murray is right there. Anderson out to Penn. Penn couldn't get it out of the net. And it's 22-19. Janelle Heaton in, Mason Shipman out now for West Prairie. As Caleb Hall switching around to here and there. Serve, back row. Ava Anderson with it. Alexa Anderson out. Tipped over by Haston. And Phelps has it for West Prairie. Loaded up for Dunn. Lob off Ava Anderson to Alexa. Up to Penn, who flips it over, and Heaton's got it. Moore helps it out. Dunn spikes it over, and Murray takes it again for West Prairie. Quick setup, and that one careened to the back wall by Lewis. (22-20). Serve by Heaton. Popped up there, Ava to Alexa Anderson, and Lewis mistimed the jump. It's 22-21, and the Red Storm will talk it over, so will we. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
Welcome back here as we come back from break. For all your local news, subscribe to the Community News Brief Weekly Edition, mailed directly to your home every Friday. You can also receive Monday and Wednesday editions by email. All of this for only $42 per year or $38 per year if you're age 65 or old. Copies can also be purchased at select locations in Bushnell, Colchester, and Blandonsville. Serve off of Ava Anderson, brought up front for Alexa. Lewis hits it out of bounds. And the Cyclones have not led at all this game, John, and now Janelle Heaton has a chance to put them up.
Yeah, West Prairie looking to steal this first set here would be a huge win for them. That goes off the net. They're going to call a lift in the front row. Yes. West Prairie, first lead of the game.
No better time to lead than at the end. Substitution coming back in will be Cameron Anderson replacing Haston. Heaton, again, back row off Murray, needs a little help. And Cameron Anderson, Ava Anderson, she'll hit it back row off Petty, going to help Starbuck. And now Moore all the way at the back line. Cameron Anderson out to Penn, she'll tip it and will not get it across. It is 24-22, game point for the Cyclones.
And what a huge morale boost it would be if the Cyclones could somehow find a way to steal this.
And I'll say it, this game had been all the way the Red Storms. Up to Lewis. Lewis will flip it over. Dunn's under it for West Prairie. Petty will set her up. The attack, and picked up there by Penn. Penn, Cameron Anderson bring it over. Phelps saves. Petty out to Dunn again. Down the line and good. And the Cyclones, after being down by as many as 8, come back and snag that one 25-22. That's going to send us into game number 2. You are watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I chose MDH. We moved here and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
Okay, and John, a weird thought just hit me. Now, would you call the fan section for the Storm Chasers?
I guess you could call them that. It seems like they follow him. I mean,
Now, see,
they follow him around everywhere.
I ought to trademark
I think
that.
that's good.
I ought to trademark that and get the money off of it. Call them the Storm Chasers.
I think that's pretty good. I think that could catch on for sure.
Maybe their student section, Storm Chasers, or something like that. I think I should trademark that.
Absolutely. I don't know how much money you get off of it.
Right.
You'd probably spend more doing that, but why not?
Exactly. Good Hope Gardens located at 445 East Main Street, Good Hope, just east of the North Elementary School. Open April through October, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. for all of your fresh produce needs. Be sure to follow their Facebook page for daily updates. Currently, pumpkins and other fall goodies are available. Grover and Mary Jo DeCounter and family invite you to Good Hope Gardens. Come see where it's grown. Your farm is your legacy. As a leading farm insurer, Country Financial is here to help protect it. Call Brett Powell, your local country rep, at 309-652-3889 for a free quote today. The sponsor of the Brett Powell Country Financial Ace. And on the floor for game number 2, it is Haley Hendricks, Taylor Phelps, Mason Shipman, also Lindsey Dunn, Abby Starbuck, the libero, and Belle Petty. And we'll get the Red Storm lineup in just a moment. Serve is through and popped up there by Cameron Anderson. Penn hits it across, and Dunn's got it. Petty, back row for Dunn, brings it across, ticked up there by Penn. Cameron Anderson under it to Mills, and she hits that one. Back row, Starbuck's got it. Set in the outside to Dunn, off the arms of Alexa Anderson and down. And the Cyclones take a 1-0 lead here in game number 2. And again, I got to say it, folks, that game number 1 was the Red Storms to have, and they were not able to close the deal. Cyclones got it. We'll see if they can fight back here. Cameron Anderson up to Mills, off the block of Hendricks, and the Cyclones load it. Shipman bumps it over. And playing it is Alexa Anderson in the back row. Cameron Anderson to Burns. And it's up for Taylor Phelps. She'll be loaded up from Petty. Spikes it into the net, so we're even at 1 apiece. All even at 1 apiece, so out there for the Red Storm, it is Elena Penn, Alexa Anderson, joined by Delaney Burns, Kendall Mills, Ava Anderson. And at the serve is Cameron Anderson, who drops it over for a Brett Powell Country Financial Ace, and the Red Storm take a 2-1 advantage. Anderson lets it go again off of Dunn up to Petty. Set to the outside, Shipman drops it in and good. And it's 2-2, side out back over to the Cyclones.
And you'd like to see the Cyclones come out with a little more fire than they did in that first set. Of course, we know that they did end up winning that one, but they were down big early. It was a good effort from them in the second half, but against a team like United, getting down early like that can really, really make a difference throughout the game. The Cyclones were real lucky to steal that first set, so you'd like to see them go on a little bit of a run here and start to build on this lead.
Mills hits that one long and out of bounds and makes it 3-2 West Prairie. Serve by Kitch, set up to the net. Hendricks tried to hit it back down, but hit it into the net and earns a side out over to United. Murray will check in, Burns will go out. Reese Murray back to serve. Serve off of Hendricks, hit back and good. A Brett Powell Country Financial Ace for the Red Storm, and they take the lead at 4-3. Murray ready to load it up again. Starbuck up to Petty, set out for Hendricks, who hammers it out of bounds. And the Red Storm claim a 2-point lead. As Murray goes back again, serves it across. Dunn not able to get it, hits the outstick, so the Red Storm get out to a 6-3 advantage. Murray, it doesn't look like she's doing anything super hard with it, but been effective.
Yeah, I don't know if she hits the ball with kind of a weird, look, that one had a little bit of top spin on it. Don't know if that's kind of throwing West Prairie off a little bit maybe.
Cameron Anderson with it. Outside to Penn, the load up off of Dunn. Kitch going to help it out. Dunn back across. And Murray digs it up. Cameron Anderson outside, load up for Penn. Back row, Starbuck brings it up. Petty helps it out, and Kitch tips it over. Ava Anderson has it for the Red Storm. Outside, Penn again. Back row, too long and out of bounds. As Moore will check in, Hendricks will go on, and Abby Starbuck back to serve here for the Cyclones. Serve back row off Penn. Ava Anderson pops it high and bumped over there by Alex Anderson. Starbuck takes it, loaded up for Kitch. She'll bring it, dribbles off the top of the net and down, and the Cyclones back within one. So 6-5, 1 point lead here for the Red Storm. Starbuck, that one right at the back line. Up comes to Penn, down and good. And a Tom Conklin State Farm kill makes it 7-5 United. Lewis in, Ava Anderson out. As serving now is Kendall Mills. Her serve, high deep floater, Starbuck to Petty. Outside for Dunn. Back row, found the back line. It makes it 7-6. Mills out and Ava Anderson back in.
I think they're actually going to replay that last point. Couldn't tell whether it was in or out, so they're just going to replay it.
Load up and send, and it is Kitch up with it. Popped high by Petty over to Dunn off the blocks, and Murray a nice dig off that. Alex Anderson sends right back over. Penn takes it. Murray helps out. And Penn, that was one. Abby Starbuck knew it the minute she touched it. That one was headed out of bounds. So 8-6, 2 point lead here. Mills back to serve. Pounds that one off of Kitch to Petty. Bumped across by Dunn and played by Murray for United. Cameron Anderson load up for Lewis. Saved one-handed, kept alive by Moore. Tipped over by Kitch. And Murray's got it. Outside, here comes Penn on the load up. It is out of bounds. And that's really what United, I mean, honestly, they've had the good attacks in that, but they have hit those long several times here tonight, John.
Yeah, United kind of shooting themselves in the foot, giving away these free points. If they could figure out just how to get those down, they would be out to a big lead right now. And Penn has done a nice job on the outside attacking. When she gets set, she hits the ball with a lot of force.
And Moore exchanges one back, hits one a little bit long for a 9-6 Red Storm lead. Kennedy Webster comes in. Janelle Heaton goes out for West Prairie. Serving will be Alexa Anderson. She'll winds it up. Moore with it. Over to Petty, who nearly dropped it in. Penn trying to get it, but popped it way wide. So nice thinking there by Belle Petty. A Tom Conklin State Farm kill for the Cyclones. And Lindsey Dunn serves it over off Murray. Anderson bumped over by Haston. Back row, Starbuck had to take it, couldn't get it. The lead back out to 3 here for United. Delaney Burns in, Murray goes out. As Penn will let it serve. 10-7, 3-point advantage here. Red Storm trying to make it go 3 as Penn hammers it off of Starbuck. Petty, the long setup for Taylor Phelps. She'll bring it across, and Penn digs it up. Anderson over to Burns. Dunn to Petty, over for Moore. Moore high lollipopper. Ava Anderson takes it. Alexa Anderson up to Lewis. Dug by Petty. Moore brings it back to her. Webster pounds it over and just a little long and out. Lead out to 4, 11-7. Penn Gonna slap dribble it a few times here. Serves it across. Off of Dunn. Back set, it is Moore who drops it in. Sometimes it ain't how hard you hit it. It's where you put it. Drops in, cuts the Red Storm lead to 3. And ready to serve is Natalie Moore. She made the good play. She gets the serve. Kind of how volleyball works. Serve high and deep by Moore. Up to Anderson to Lewis. Flips it. Petty takes it. But, well, Kennedy Webster had a play at it but couldn't control. And the Red Storm get it back up 12-8. Abby Starbuck will check in, replacing Moore. And Mills back in, replacing Lewis. Ava Anderson, screaming line drive off of Dunn up to Petty. Set for Hendricks. She'll wind it up and put it right down off the blocks. Tom Conklin, State Farm kill for the Cyclones, and they once again inch within 3. Kennedy Webster goes out. Mason Shipman comes in for West Prairie. And Bell Petty back at the serve, ready to let go with it. Serves back row, Penn up with it. Anderson to Burns, tipped, and Hendricks flings it right back. Puts it down and good. It is 12-10. So Ava Anderson had to go back in the locker room area to retrieve it. As Bell Petty ready to bring it back in. Line drive off of Burns. They'll set Mills in the middle. She'll lob it long. Starbuck underneath it. Petty outside for Phelps. She'll bring it over. Ava Anderson takes it up to Alexa. Out to Burns. And Burns will hit it in and good on the sideline. Couple substitutions as Haston will go out and Cameron Anderson in. Also coming in, Ellie Rosine. 13-10. The Red Storm lead it here by 3. Serve taken by Starbuck. Set up in the middle for Hendricks. Off the blocks, and Ava Anderson digs it up for the Red Storm. Cameron Anderson outside to Burns. And now set up for Phelps. Petty tips it over. Mills to Cameron Anderson outside to Burns. It's going to find a home where nobody roamed. And the lead out to 5 at 15-10. Jumps the lead out to 15-10. Cameron Anderson spots it up. Serves it through. Starbuck there. Petty up for Hendricks. She'll tip right into the hands of Mills and straight down. So 14-11 lead. Kitch back to try to inch the Cyclones back into this. Her serve. Screaming line drive off Ava Anderson up to the net. Down and good. And the Cyclones inch within 2 at 14-12.
This Cyclones team just will not go away here tonight. Seems like, I mean, United just continues to maintain that lead, but every time they start to build on it, the Cyclones come right back with a little bit of a run and cut it down.
And Dunn bringing that one back. Cameron Anderson doing a nice job. Fight for it at the net. Hendricks got a hold of it. Anderson tips and catches right there. Petty sets it out. Lindsey Dunn over the blocks. Dug back row, tipped back across, and Kitch has it for West Prairie. Loaded up for Dunn. She'll tip it long. Ava Anderson there to the net. Flipped over, and the Cyclones cannot get it. 15-12, and the Red Storm doing just enough to stay ahead in this game, too. They lead 15-12. Serve that one. Murray will hit it into the net, so it'll inch it to 15-13. Natalie Moore in. Haley Hendricks out, and Abby Starbuck will come back to serve. Her serve, deep back row. Penn brings it high. Cameron Anderson going to load her to the outside. Dug by Dunn. Petty brings it up, and Kitch hammers it through. Blocked and put down by Mills. And that'll bring back Mills to serve. Lewis will come in. Ava Anderson will go out. Mills serves back row. Starbuck is there. Petty Loads it up for Shipman. She'll tip long, and that one off the hands of Cameron Anderson and down. And you give both teams credit. United is doing just enough, John, to stay ahead, while West Prairie is just not letting them get away.
Right, in a way, just doing just enough just to like stay right next to them, stay neck and neck. It seems like I mentioned, neither team able to build on any big runs. United has been playing ahead the whole game, but we saw in the first set that didn't matter when it came to game time. West Prairie showed up and was able to close out that first set, and here we go. West Prairie now within one.
Cyclones will serve it here as Janelle Heaton readies to let it fly. Pounds that one, and it is Penn that brings it up. Cameron Anderson outside her, load up, and good. As Penn hammers that one down, and she's been the real consistent force here. As Alexa Anderson and Haston will check in. Alexa Anderson ready to serve it here. 17-15, Red Storm lead serve off of Starbuck. Bell Petty up to Dunn. She'll tip, and Ava Anderson, nice save on the outside. They load it to Penn. She'll tip, and Webster brings it up. Petty tips it over. Lewis is there. Now Alexa Anderson to Haston. She'll lob that one high, deep, and out. And I'm telling you, that's one thing. United has played well sort of up front, but, man, they have sent a lot of them long. Served by Dunn, taken by Murray, hit over into the stands, and we're tied. 17-17. We'll have a timeout called. Where? On the floor. As 17-17 tie in Game 2, West Prairie and United right here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. M&B Furniture, Bushnell's only furniture store, is a mainstay in the community and offers free delivery within 40 miles. For everything you need to furnish your home, stop in and see the fine folks at M&B Furniture at 481 West Main Street, or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or the web at www.furnitureinc.com. And also phone them at 309-772-2111. A hat brand built on two staples, comfort and style, specializing in snapback trucker-style caps. Check out the selection or consider customs to build your business at BarclayBillsCo.com. Don't let the hat rack fool you. There's always room for one more. BarclayBillsCo.com. Wishing good luck to all area athletes this season. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gambling experience in the McDonough County area. Gaming experience. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Check out our game events live on their big screen. JoJo's, 776 North Cole Street, Bushnell. And the serve by Dunn. Haston had that just get kind of stuck in her fingers. And it makes it 18-17. West Prairie leading here. Serve by Dunn off Murray. Haston with a nice save. Tipped over, and Moore's got it. Petty going to bump it up. Moore will hammer it through, and way too far and out of bounds. We're tied at 18. Burns is in, Murray out. As Penn will serve it here now for United, trying to reclaim the advantage. They lead here at tied 18-18. Done with the serve. Petty gonna set it up for Moore. Moore lobs it over. Penn takes it. Nice save by Alex Anderson, and Ava Anderson will tip. Moore now set back from Petty off the blocks, and not gonna get it. Cyclones reclaim the lead at 19-18. Natalie Moore will come to it, load, send, and Burns brings it high. Anderson bumping it over to Burns. I could say Anderson for about 4 different people, and it would work. Dunn gonna load that one up, and Alexa Anderson up with it. Loaded now for Haston. She clobbers that one to the back wall. And if we'd had about 6 more feet in the gym, it would have still been out.
Yeah, that one was absolutely hammered in the front row.
Moore off of Ava Anderson. Alexa Anderson loading. Here comes Burns. Dug by Dunn, but off the side of her hand, and couldn't control it. So makes it 20-19. That's going to bring Mills back in. As this, just what you want on a night like this, a knockdown, drag-out game. Ava Anderson back to serve it here. Tips off the top of the net. The let serve drops in and good. And a timeout called by Caleb Hall. We'll step aside as well. This is TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
I chose MDH. We moved here and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
And we are back here. What has been a good match here so far. Now that's what I say it like I said it in the last game. The United Red Storm have had a ton of chances, just been a little long on the attacks. Ava Anderson off done, up to Haley Hendricks, and she'll lob that one. Ava Anderson took it at the line. Somebody said out, I don't think it was. And now Penn brings it over, done. Up to Petty, tip, keep it alive, sent over by Hendricks. Saved, and Alexa Anderson bring it over. Starbuck up with it, back to the net. Mills is there. Alexa Anderson will tip. Dunn brings it up. Petty now loaded up to Phelps on the outside, and Ava Anderson digs in the back row. Alexa Anderson to Mills, and hits that one into the net. And once again, it's one of those, they had her loaded up. They had her loaded up the right way, and just couldn't get it across. 21-20, Cyclones lead. Belle Petty at the serve. Petty serve off of Burns, and they load up Mills again off the top of the net. Phelps up with it. Petty to Phelps in the corner, and good. Penn was kind of hoping it out. It did not go. And now Haston will go out as Cameron Anderson will check back in.
This game's got a real similar feeling to that first set where West Prairie played from behind the whole match, but when it came down to game time, they were able to close it out, and Petty's looking to do the same thing here.
They shoot it right back over to Dunn. Petty back set. Mason Shipman tips. Mills is there. And they send it right back. And it is in and good on the sideline. Nice thinking there by Alexa Anderson. So Cameron Anderson will be back to serve. Red Storm trying to reclaim the advantage and force it to 3. Her serve off of Phelps. Petty going to bring it up to Hendricks. She'll tip it. It gets blocked. They're going to replay it because what they were saying was that it got blocked and Hendricks touched it again. So Cameron Anderson will let it go. Loads it up, fires it over, and Lindsey Dunn takes it. Petty going to bring it outside. Shipman tips, and Cameron Anderson under it. Penn takes it. Alexa Anderson will tip it over. Dunn up to Petty. Back set there. Shipman dunked by Anderson. Tipped over by Cameron, and Lindsey Dunn plays it. Flipped over by Shipman, and another replay, as they say, net violation on both sides. Yeah, that was kind of I'm not sure. I'm really honestly not sure who got it first. I thought West Prairie did.
I thought they did too, to be honest. Good break for them, though, as they'll get to replay the point.
Popped up. Starbuck will send it through. Mills. Cameron Anderson loaded for Mills again. Hendricks able to tip it, and it makes it 23-21. Paige Kitch will come in. Taylor Phelps will go out. Kitch will get a chance to finish it. Kitch. Serve off Ava Anderson. Up front, Cameron Anderson tips. Kitch takes it. Petty to Dunn, and that one into the net. So and here comes Murray. We're replacing Burns. Murray to serve it here. 23-22. Her serve taken by Starbuck. Up to Petty, who just flips it over Mills, tries to save at the floor, but can't get it. So it is 24-22. Abby Starbuck back trying to finish this off here for the Cyclones. For the Red Storm, they need a side out. Anderson gonna send it out of bounds. And West Prairie takes that one home in too. That's a big win for them as they win it in too and take the JV match home. So big win there for the Cyclones. John sets them up for the varsity contest coming up next. As we'll have that, we're going to step aside here and take a little bit of a break, and we'll bring you the varsity contest. We'll also bring you the Grandparents' Night festivities as well. We'll do that in just a little bit. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.